What is up, mi gente? It is your boy Luis Martinez, and today's episode of Mi Gente Show is going to feature a chat with local producer and filmmaker Scott Oram. Sophia and I will be talking about their movie Bloody Anniversary, as well as talking about what it takes to make an indie film. So tune in, check in. We're also going to be talking about some trailers that dropped this week, all the cheesemed that's meant to be cheesemed. By Latinos for everyone, Mi Gente Show live and direct. So tap in, tune in, say what's up in the chat. We'll be live here in a moment.
You look lonely. I can fix that. You look like a good job.
Ready? Go. 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 Oi, 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 oi. More energy, more power. Oi. Bloody hell, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Hey, Amanda. Oi, yeah. More energy, more power. Hey, oi, that was mad. More passion. Let me see that footwork. Give it to them. More passion, more energy, more energy.
Well, and this is
more energy. Oi,
you know what this is. Where the good times happen.
I don't know, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Huh? So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero, yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar, yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más, no estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburre mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero, yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que pensar, yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más, no estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí, papi, ya no más. Déjame pendejo, papi, ya no más.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez, aka Big Chief Burrito, live with you on Tuesday.
Yes. Tuesday night, baby.
The YouTubes, the Firesides, the Instagrams, the everything live on Mi Gente Show.
What are you saying?
Live.
Everywhere. We're live everywhere.
I'm everywhere.
Yep.
My co-host Sofia Carrillo. Thank you for everybody joining us on YouTube. Instagram is also live. What's up to Andrew? Joined us on Instagram. Let's see if anybody else pops in there. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook is open tonight. So
Ooh.
all over the place. People are all around the world.
I'm gonna hop in.
How's that song go?
Which one?
The one.
Well, the one that I was thinking was "Pimping All Over the World."
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
Anyway, live and direct, live and alive. We're here. We are partially queer. Get used to it.
Get used to it. It's not Pride Month anymore, so we're not allowed to, I guess.
San Diego Pride, right?
True. All of July, baby. It's almost up. It's great.
It's almost time. It's all you got the whole month. You guys double up. You guys greedy.
That's why I still have all the hats, all the Pride hats back. Yeah.
All the Pride hats are still up.
Yeah.
All right, tonight is a what's up? Cat Nation Studios. Big shout out we gave you guys last week. Yeah, and then they reposted that today. Thank you, Mr. Cat Nation. Can't wait for your logo reveal this weekend.
I'm excited. Shout out. We love him.
It is the summer. You know what I just realized today as well?
What?
Comic-Con is in like 2 weeks.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, you have a ticket. How did you just realize this? Because I am oblivious to everything. But you, how?
Because, you register like 6 months ago and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, and then I saw a post today by the Toucan thing where it gives you tips like use deodorant, stay to your right, shit like that. And then it was like, yeah, fucking July 25th through the 28th. And I was like, oh my God, Comic-Con. I got to make plans. I got to figure out what days I'm going to be there. What's up, Sophia? What's up, Sophia Carr?
The only one there.
Oh,
I'm about to comment.
There's another Sophia. 2 Sophias joined. There's a Sophia that joined right after. On Instagram. Thank you guys. If you guys are over on Instagram, appreciate you guys. If you want your comments posted on screen, you come on over
Sophia Lopez. Hello. Sorry. Continue.
Hey, what's going on? So yeah, Comic-Con's in literally 3 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days. Yeah, so it's gonna be hectic. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hectic. Are you gonna go every single day? You have to, right? You can't not.
Well, remember with Miguel from they're also going to be doing ChicanoCon at Border X. And I think Jorge is coming down. A couple of other people are coming down. So we probably got stuff that we got to be doing over there as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of activities happening this summer in San Diego. It's fucking jam-packed. It's June gloom is done. This is peak San Diego summer right now. So
it's insane. And then we're about to have a soccer team. Like the Padres are playing. Like it's too many things. It's a lot of things.
What did you think of my little added intro?
I loved it. Congratulations.
Now, partially the reason I added that is because the filmmaker that we were supposed to have on, Daniel, is Brazilian. So I was going to be a little gentle, little nudge. It's going to be a little friendly banter. But I don't know if he found out that I was Uruguayan or something, and he's like, "I'm not going on that guy's show."
He said too soon.
Yeah, I was being kind of obnoxious. Oh yeah. So personal news, real quickly. I did go to. My voice isn't still all the way back, as you can tell. But I did make a turnaround trip to Las Vegas. I went and came back to Vegas in like 16 hours.
Holy shit! Why would you do that? I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Uruguay.
It was basically a combination of things. It was the fact that it was Copa America. It was either going to be, the way it was lining up was going to be either Uruguay versus Brazil or Uruguay versus Colombia in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the two possibilities. There was a chance that Uruguay went to Glendale to play, but they were pretty much guaranteed to play in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I talked to my nephew like a week ago, and I was like, "Hey, are you going to go?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going." So made plans, set it all up, got a dog sitter, had another dog sitter, did the whole thing. Left here, got to Bakersfield, sort of Riverside area where he lives. Then we drove from there to Vegas, 125-degree weather in the fucking desert.
Terrible.
Made it to the game right as the players were coming on the field for the anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see Uruguay win. It was very emotional. I had my dad's hat. Then got some White Castle and drove right back.
Oh my God, that is a mission.
But then if you saw at the end of that clip, like I was super happy when it happened. And then at the end, it was that realization that now I had to play Colombia. And as always, you were there when we were filming a movie and then had to take a break mid movie shoot because Colombia was playing Uruguay in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And you know,
That's
half
exciting.
Colombian, half Uruguayan. So that's kind of like,
it's heartbreaking.
That's going to be the point of view of realizing that your two home countries are going to play each other and it's not going to be a fun time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't eliminate the fact that it was a bucket list item. I got to watch the team. I got to hang out. It was had great seats. It was fucking awesome. So that's my personal news.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anything happening with you this week or?
Slow news week for me, man. I mean, I got to hang out with family. Went to the beach. Because a little bit of tea. I got to go to the beach because every time that someone quits that place that we used to work at, we celebrate them. And so somebody quit, and everyone's quitting. It's just at different times.
You were so full of life when you started there. You were like, "This is for me."
And it was so nice because we were like talking about it. We were like, wow, we were so naive. But everyone's leaving. And so this was another one. And we celebrated, and she got a job in Ecuador and she's going to be moving. And so it was very sweet. And another one is going to quit in a month or so. She got a job in Ireland. So everyone's moving abroad. You did say broad.
You did say broad.
Yeah, it did say broad. Yeah. So it's exciting times, but yeah, a lot of celebrating my loved ones, and that was pretty much it. Honestly, nothing too crazy. My life is very calm now. It's kind of boring.
Glad to hear.
I know, I'm excited actually. I like it.
So a lot of things are happening in San Diego this summer. One other thing that's happening in San Diego this summer, this week actually, is movies. Movies. All kinds of movies are happening.
I've seen all of them.
You've seen every movie?
AMC Stubs Premiere whatever membership, baby. I've been living at the movies. I should have mentioned.
We saw a movie together.
We did. We saw Kinds of Kindness. Yeah. I went back the next day and I saw Quiet Place. I've been living there, man. I'm gonna see Long Legs. Yeah, I've been. I go there at least once a week.
Something that we've done in the past, the San Diego 48-hour festival is coming up next week as well. That's a lot of fun, obviously, for a lot of people that like to make movies. But we also have some local filmmakers that are premiering a feature movie that they made here locally. So they reached out, asked us about having part of the team on to talk about the film, and we were lucky enough to have the one of the producers from the project join us. So let's have him on, talk a little bit about it. Welcome to the program, Mr. Scott Oram.
Yay! Welcome, Scott.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate that.
Yeah. I saw you back there vibing with the intro.
Oh my gosh!
I was like,
you always look at people's reactions, huh?
I have the poster on my cell phone, so.
Oh,
got it. All right. So we did want to talk a little bit about the film, and kind of how you got to that point. But let's show people the trailer. How about that?
Perfect.
Ooh, good start.
I will protect you. You will never know want. You will only know joy.
It's our 10th anniversary, and I just want it to be perfect. Yeah, like my life. It's a big room. You have this in the playroom to do whatever you want with if you buy it. Satanic rituals, whatever floats your boat.
I hear you're selling the house.
Yes, thanks to you.
What's your asking price, Ryan?
I need the full $3 million. That's how much he owes.
Eddie Lane sighting.
I hope this ritual can save your marriage.
Maybe they're part of one of these crazy rings of millionaires that take children sweat when they're scared and drink it. You know, like a formula to stay young. That is drunk.
Oh my God. Oh, my baby, my poor baby.
I'm getting my money tonight, one way or another.
Oh my God.
Sometimes you can be married to someone for 5, 10, 15 years and never really know who they are.
Happy anniversary, Munch.
Oh.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
The happiest of bloody anniversaries to you, Scott. So tell us a little bit about the project, where it started, how did you become involved, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure. Bloody Anniversary is a suspense horror film, and we started back in 2019. Daniel Torrenzano, the director of the film, and I tried to come up with a story revolving around a plot involving a suburban housewife who accidentally kills her best friend during her 10-year wedding anniversary day, and she has to not only cover up the crime, but also entertain her guest at her wedding anniversary party, and at the same time try to persuade her rich friends to purchase her house so she can pay off her debts or her husband's debts to a crime boss. And we had some complications with respect to establishing a solid plot line. So what we did was we hired a writer by the name of Catherine Tomlinson, and she created about 3 drafts, and it wasn't quite solid, but it was a starting point. And then Daniel came in and did some revisions on the script. I think he wrote seven drafts after those 3 drafts.
All right.
So once we were able to get that full plot line going, we were able to get a team together in 2020 during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
We did have a couple of investors on board, but in the last minute they bailed out because they were afraid of what would occur during the pandemic, whether or not they're going to get their money back and all this other stuff. And obviously society had shut down at that point. So what we did is we were able to scrap the money that we needed from other investors, friends and family and whatnot. And so we started shooting during the pandemic on November of 2020 for 20 days. And then we segued into 2021, shooting there for about 4 days, and then did some pickup shots in 2022. And then we went into post-production, That took us about a year and a half or 2 years, and up to now, we pretty much wrapped up post-production a couple months ago, to be honest with you. So, and here we are today. We have a special screening, which I can tell you guys a little bit more down the road here, coming up this week on Thursday, July 11th.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. It seems like it was a very drawn out project because of COVID. I'm curious to know, like, what was it like shooting during the pandemic?
Yeah, so as a producer, obviously, I had to make sure that my production team, as well as all the actors and crew members, were compliant with the COVID guidelines. And with the exception of the actors, when they're in front of the camera, obviously they can't wear a mask. So when they're acting, but when they're not acting, obviously they would have to comply. But we were able to shoot in one house, two houses actually. One house was the primary residence where we shot most of the interior shots, and that went really well until the last day that we were there. We were unfortunately kicked out by the homeowners association.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. So that was a
HOA.
HOA, yeah, and that was an interesting challenge. But luckily enough, beyond a miracle, one of our cast members was able to provide us with his house in San Marcos, and we, on that last day that we got kicked out, we went to his house, stayed there till 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was he had a room there, and that room pretty much was the perfect setting for additional scenes that we needed to shoot. Luckily enough, we were able to accomplish that, and then in 2021, we shot most of the exterior scenes here in East County in El Cajon, not far from El Capitan Mountain. And the homeowners over there were pretty friendly, flexible, kind, and nice. And obviously, we were still under the auspices of the COVID guidelines, but it was remarkable because the views of El Capitan Mountain, the backyard, they even had an infinity pool, which was pretty great. And but luckily enough, we shot there for 4 days, and we did shoot some other scenes in different locations around San Diego, office scenes and some other stuff. But nonetheless, those were the challenges that we had to face.
So as a local filmmaker, I sometimes, because it seems like it's a horror / crime thriller / like day in the life / mix up situation here from the trailer. At any point where you guys did you guys feel that it was too ambitious of a project? Was this always going to be a feature? At any point did you guys think about scaling it back? Or I mean, obviously 7-8 drafts is a lot to rewrite. But at any point did you feel like you could have scaled back, or were you afraid that you weren't going to reach the finish line for a feature?
Well, Daniel Florenzano, the director and writer as well. When we were going through the revision process, the hardest part was trying to get all the elements of the story together. And there are numerous other B stories and C stories inside this film, which makes it very interesting for an independent film, a horror / suspense. And eventually it kind of blew up to like a big script. And It's clocked in at 110 minutes. So normally, some of these films that you see out there in the theaters and as well as online, usually are clocked in around 85 to 90 minutes. So to speak. But in order for us to really tell the story the way we wanted to, we had to, add some more stuff to it.
So you're at 130 minutes?
Wow.
No, 110 minutes.
110. Yeah, 110.
Okay, I thought you said 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, no. We
It's like, whoa.
that would be a big challenge.
Yeah.
That would be Titanic.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I always say about independent films and short films, etc., in general, is that a lot of times people make the mistake of shooting their second draft or shooting their third draft, and really, you don't really get all the shit out until you get to a fourth, fifth draft of a script. So for that, I commend you. How different is draft 1, 2, and 3 from draft 7 and 8?
The basic framework with the first writer, we were stuck trying to figure out what would be the centerpiece of everything happening. At that time, we couldn't figure out that centerpiece, and thankfully enough, the first writer, she established a wedding party, and where all hell breaks loose. And so then Danny came in to extend that and put in a B story and a C story. So it doesn't entirely center around the main protagonist, who in this case would be Ryan, who is the suburban housewife who's entangled with a lot of mischief with respect to her husband's debts to a mob boss and a number of other things that happen along the way. And so we were able to get the necessary elements after those 7 drafts put in place to make sense of the whole story. And that's where, and then obviously the 7th draft, and the final 7th draft has that wedding party and a number of other scenes that were added by Danny that weren't in the first 3 drafts, and it came into full circle at the end, making the story the way it is and reflecting the title, which is Bloody Anniversary. We had gone through a number of title changes along the way to get to Bloody Anniversary.
Right. Yeah. How big is the cast total number? End of the.
I would have to say they're including extras as well. The primary cast is about maybe 27, 28. But if you're looking at extras as well, you're looking at maybe about 60.
60.
Wow. What about crew? Was it kind of like a skeletal crew, or was it a big project?
We had a lot of production. We had a lot of production.
Wow.
And some of these production assistants were first timers, so they were able to get their feet wet and dirty on a production. And then we had some what do you call it? Prior people with different experiences and skill sets for certain positions. So that was roughly, I would have to say, maybe 15, 16 crew members.
All right.
Doing different gigs.
Yeah.
And you guys are having a premiere this Thursday here locally in San Diego. I put the link here for tickets in the comment section. So if you guys are in San Diego and want to come to a red carpet event, and watch a film with a lot of San Diego talent produced locally. I know it is incredibly hard to produce a local film. We produced a feature with like 130 actors here in San Diego several years back, and so I understand how that is. So I wish you guys nothing but luck in the premiere and distribution, etc. And what can people look forward to this Thursday during your premiere?
Well, the premiere, as you had mentioned on thing there, it's going to be taking place at Regal Cinemas on the second floor in Parkway Plaza in El Cajon, California.
Oh, very nice.
And we between 6:30 to about 9:30 or 9:45, and there's going to be a red carpet where people can take their photographs, videographs, and then after the film, we're going to have a short Q&A with the filmmakers and some door prizes along the way.
Excellent. We had a question here from Instagram. TZB asked, what was scheduling like? What was the logistics of a 60, 80 person production between cast crew at any given time?
Yeah, especially during COVID.
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough to lock in a month in 2020, which was November, where most of the production took place. And then 30% remaining took place on the latter year. But during the first course of the production in November 2020, we were able to find the cast and crew that were mostly locally and work with their schedules and our schedule combined. Things were very smooth, and so there were some hiccups along the way, as expected in any type of production. But with respect to scheduling certain actors and their availability, as well as crew members, but nonetheless, it was very tight, and we were also able to hire people outside of San Diego. Very few actors coming from New York, Arizona, Nevada.
Oh, wow.
And some of them obviously from LA, but majority of the cast and crew were stationed here in San Diego.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and so the scheduling, everything worked accordingly. Obviously, there were, like as you guys have experienced, the hours on set can vary from 10 to 12 to 15 hours a day. So that was, we had a lot of people to feed for sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of 7-Eleven pizza. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We had one day of pizza, and we were able to scrap food from some local markets here and restaurants that were kind enough to provide us with burritos and all kinds of food. And then obviously there were times where we were able to provide the cast and crew with some fast food. You can't go wrong with fast food. So
listen, when in doubt, go burritos.
I'll make sure to get a burrito one day at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Bonzo says the trailer looks wonderfully schlocky. Now, that's another question because obviously there's a feel and look to the trailer. It looks kind of like, I don't want to say like B-movie-ish, but it does have some elements of like schlock, things like that. Did you guys at some point, were you looking at the footage and did you decide to just sort of steer into the curve in terms of just like, hey, let's go for this sort of aesthetic, or was that the idea all the way along, or was just it was a product of kind of like limitation and seeing where you were at?
No, that was the idea all along. Getting all these scenes in place and trying to make certain things stand out and get the audience who's looking at the trailer interested in figuring out what's going on here. That and element of surprises. And so that was our intention going into making this trailer, and with the music along the way, and that trailer best represents our plot line. And so
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, you had me at the Rubik's Cube of Destiny and the GIMP.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a GIMP and a Rubik's Cube in your trailer.
Yeah. That particular prop, the Rubik's Cube, had some impact throughout the beginning as well as towards the end of the film. So, but nonetheless, all those elements that you see and certain props along the way in that trailer were crucial to making that trailer make it to tell a story within that trailer from beginning to end. And, we're hoping that everybody caught on, and obviously we're hoping to see a lot of people attend our special screening on July 11th.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yes. And you know, we would like to extend to your listeners, obviously through you, Louise and Sophia.
Yes.
We would like to provide 2 free complimentary tickets to your audience members, and however you want to give that out to them, maybe like a drawing.
Ooh, we should raffle them off.
You know,
Just do it. Yeah.
Just let us know who the 2 people are, and send us their information, and then we'll be more than happy to input them in our ticket database and bring them in when they come.
Yeah.
All right,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you.
We'll use the giveaway tool during the rest of the show, and if you guys want to be entered into the giveaway, we'll just make them do hashtag bloody.
Yeah. There you go. If you want to take it, hashtag bloody in the comment section.
Hashtag bloody, and we'll do a drawing and let you guys know if who wins there.
That's awesome.
And that's this Thursday.
It's this Thursday, July 11th, at the Regal Cinemas in Parkway Plaza in El Cajon, California. 6:30 to about 9:30, 9:45. 6:30 to around 7:05 or 7:10 is the red carpet, so people can take their photos. And then from say 7:15 all the way to 9:05 or 9:10 is the screening. And then after the screening is over, up to about 9:45, we'll have a Q&A and some door prizes giving away hats and t-shirts.
Ooh, okay, fun.
All right.
And the link is in the comment section.
The link is in the link to the screening is in the comment section. The link to the website to find more about the movie is also in the comment section.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a 15% discount off of the ticket price, and on the event site where people
on Eventbrite.
If they go to the student, senior, and military section, they'll be able to apply the discount code, which is above that section, and then follow the prompts thereafter to get that discount applied.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, Scott, thank you very much for stopping by. I know that was kind of a last minute thing. We were trying to get you guys on last week. It didn't work out. So we wish you the best of luck on this screening on Thursday. As somebody who's made independent feature films here in San Diego, I understand that it is a task, and it can take years to bring a project to life. So I'm glad you guys are steering into that sort of aesthetic of the type of film that it is, and hopefully you guys find an audience for it.
Thank you very much for having me, and once again, bloody anniversary this Thursday, July 11th.
This Thursday, don't miss it, guys. All right, thank you, Scott, so much for being here.
Thanks, Scott, for being a part of it, man. Tell Daniel he's still welcome to come on another time to talk movies when he's not too butthurt about the loss.
I appreciate that, and he was kind of bummed that Brazil didn't win, but
oh man.
But I had an intro all ready for him and everything, so that's all right. Next time.
Thank you.
All right, guys. There you go. All right, that was Scott Oram.
Bloody anniversary.
I mean, local filmmaking is tough, man. So
It is, man, and also like the fact that they got started in 2020 and it's now 2024. Like, oh, geez, it's just so hard to make a film. Yes. And that is an insane cast and crew. Like the amount for 2020, I shot a music video in 2020, and it was a very skeletal crew, and even that was like just using the PPE and everything, and like it was a task. So I don't know how they did it with so many people, but.
it's definitely a task.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, man, we've been there, so I wish I could go. Honestly, just to kind of see what it is, because obviously it looks like a mishmash of things, and it looks like it's
Yeah.
meant to be that way. So
Yeah. It's definitely like an overlapping of genres. Yeah, I don't know why I expected more like of straight horror, but I'm like, oh, there's a lot of like thriller and
Yeah.
So
I mean,
what
listen, a
I
lot
want to
of
know
it.
what makes it bloody. Uh-huh.
When you say 27 people in the main cast, I'm immediately I'm like, all right, that's a lot. But I literally made a movie with like 130 people.
I was gonna call you out on that. I'm like, Slapworthy, hello.
Well, no,
But
but
they were.
Blacklisted had like
Oh,
Slapworthy
yeah.
had what like 22 people maybe that had.
But
speaking.
but I would also say that they weren't all main cast. Like
No. Blacklisted had like 130 people with speaking parts.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was kind of like, and we wrote that scene by scene, and the individual scenes are better than the sum of its parts. So that's kind of what I'm interested in seeing, because when you're putting together a movie like that, sometimes when you're doing things on the fly and you're making revisions, the individual scenes might be solid or have a purpose, but do they flow together for a cognitive sort of arc in a story is the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
All right, cool. So that was Scott Oram talking filmmaking with us about Bloody Anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Destiny just absolutely roasting.
Ryan being himself.
Oh my gosh.
Ryan is, hey, listen, man. We do what we can. We gotta promote
Yeah.
local filmmakers. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Exactly.
Speaking of local filmmaking, just something in other yeah, thank you, Scott. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Daniel.
Scott.
I work Thursdays, but I'm gonna see if Sophia can go, and we're definitely gonna try to give away those tickets. So
I will try, but I cannot guarantee.
thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
So extension of I guess I have another Substack out, guys, if you guys are interested in
I got that earlier.
Did you read it?
No, because you already told me the story. I started it and I was at work, so then
all right. So for you guys interested in
I promise I'll catch
my
up.
director's blog journey, I have a Substack.
Yes, sir.
It's free for now, as a lot of things are. But essentially, it's where it's called Where Creativity Meets Money, or How Lou Fumbled the Bag.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
And essentially, what I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but a few weeks ago, and you guys can read more in depth about it. A few months ago, somebody asked me if I would be interested in the process of converting a bikini model's Instagram, Facebook page into a short film, independent film content page for a male audience, 90% audience, which was obviously right in my wheelhouse, something that would be pretty easy for me to do. So I had a couple of meetings with the money person for this, and told them some ideas, told them some projects that we had that might be a fit, told them where we could find some existing content to put on the site, gave them some ideas for rollout. Everything was going good. And then they showed me some of the scripts that they had been working on themselves with some LA writers. And I just couldn't hold my tongue.
As you do.
Because, listen, there's a thing, and this has happened with a couple of other filmmakers. Well, they'll bring a project to me, and I'm into it, and then, oh yeah, hey Lizzie, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm now in Otay Ranch, in 3 stories up, and heat rises.
Heat rises.
It's not very cool here right now.
Oh my gosh.
So, hey, thanks for checking in. We're going to have Lizzie in for a pop culture check-in next week.
Yeah, we do.
Let us know anyway, you know how on SNL they do those like judges sketch shows? Like they'll do like a sketch show about like a judge TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this idea for this thing that was really crappy, and it was just about this judge that was like a no-nonsense judge. But every single line was the same thing, like the judge being like, "I ain't got time for this," and we're just gonna do these things fast. And that was just the only beat of the entire script was that, just over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right. And then he had this idea about a robot dad, and I was like,
Are you able to spoil these things?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
And like I said, sometimes when people bring me a project, if I get involved, it sort of becomes my project because my personality is so big, and because like I always think like when we write scripts for 48 and stuff like that, the writing room is a writing room. The idea either sells or it doesn't, and if you have an idea, you have to sell it. It has to resonate in the room. It has to. That's what a writing room is. The idea either floats, lives, or it dies. And his ideas were just dead. And I was sitting there, and he was like, kept looking at me for like validation while he was reading me this shit. And I was like, dude, do you really, if I'm going to be a part of this, do you want my honest opinion? And I was like, this shit fucking sucks.
Did you say that, or did you deliver it a little?
No, I said it as is. I said this. Listen. As Brian, as I'm channeling Destiny here. Listen.
Yeah, listen. Well,
it was no good. I told him that, and he got really butthurt. Then he's like, "Well, I didn't like this movie," and I was like, "Well, who gives a fuck?" I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "I'm not gonna get butthurt about it." And then I tried to salvage it, and long story short, I fumbled that bag because he texted me a few days later saying, "Listen, I'm gonna go in a different direction." But here's the thing: he never told us what the original page was.
Mm-hmm.
Which seemed kind of weird because he never was like, here, this is the name of the Instagram and Facebook page. So you can go verify that it's got X amount of million subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of weird after the fact that he never gave us that. And he still did want a couple of the ideas that I had. He still wanted me to give him like an idea and a budget for it. So I still might be able to get a little money out of it to make something that I wanted to make. That was kind of an idea. So, but at the same time, like I said in my Substack, I was, it only took me a couple of seconds to get over it because at the end of the day, I want to be creative again and make movies. So I had already talked to Brian. I had already talked to Oscar. I had already talked to a couple of people, Jordan, a couple of other people because there was like a sports element to it. And I had already talked to a couple of people about different things for it. And I was like, other than the fact that we'd have to build our audience organically, there's nothing stopping me from making these projects,
Mm-hmm.
So, I said, fuck it. Let's just do them.
I mean, yeah, if a project doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and if you have to like sacrifice who you are or tone down your energy or you know what I mean, like like there's a reason somebody recommended me to you. You needed somebody who could produce, direct, edit multiple projects, who could work for a 90% male audience, who had some credibility, who knew a lot of actors, producers, filmmakers, models. All of these things made me right for the job. But if you don't think I'm funny, or if I don't think you're funny, then it's not a match.
I mean, devil's advocate, it's not selling your soul if you don't super love a script of a project, but that's not your job to necessarily change it. You could get producer credits or something. Like there's different roles and each role requires something different. I know that like it's not preferable. You rather work for something that you believe in and you love and stuff like that. But if it's for money, a job's a job, at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I was going to get paid. I was going to benefit off of ad revenue once the project was up and it was like long term,
So if it didn't do well, then you don't benefit.
And if the scripts that we were putting out and if the money we're spending is on crappy, you know what I mean? Like crappy.
Yeah. It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Yeah. So I'm much, I can still sort of be like, hey, listen, I'll do this project for you. We'll put it on there. We'll see if it goes. If I can get some money out of it just to make something, I'll be happy. You know, even if it's not there. But you know, the main thing for me was giving me a vehicle to be creative again. So, but we have been like, I'm doing stuff for the shop. I'm, you know, getting back into it. So we're gonna be making some moves here pretty soon, getting some stuff happening.
Oh yeah.
After it stops being 90 fucking degrees here.
Yeah. We gotta make some moves, man.
All right, guys. So thank you everybody for joining us today. We're gonna be here checking in on a couple of things that are happening. A couple of things that happened on the internet today is the reaction to the Gladiator to No Money, No Honey. Absolutely, Bonzo.
Yeah, Bonzo, he gets it.
The reaction to the Gladiator to trailer.
Yeah.
What was your initial thoughts when you saw this?
Pedro Pascal.
2 Pedros.
Wow, 2?
There's there's 2. There's a Pedro and a Paul. Paul Mescal and Pedro Pascal.
Oh, I don't know who the other one is.
Paul Mescal?
Pedro Pascal. I don't know who that is.
He was the other guy in the trailer. He was the gladiator.
There was other guys in the trailer?
There he was like the main gladiator guy.
Wow. Didn't notice. Sorry.
You don't know who Paul Mescal is?
I'm just kidding. Let me see. Not off the top of my head. I like his last name. Oh yeah, he was there.
Yeah. People were like drooling over him.
He is I'm looking at his film repertoire. I know nothing about this man.
Okay.
Who is he?
He's an actor.
Clearly. No, yeah. Know nothing about him. I don't think I'd thirst over him. He's Irish. I might thirst over his accent.
Okay.
I haven't seen him speak aside from the trailer, which was a lot of yelling. It looks good. I'm going to watch it. I love the Roman Empire. When people meme about like, oh, a guy's Roman Empire, I am that guy. I love Roman Empire. Shit.
Do you often think about the Roman Empire?
I do. I went through a phase where I studied a lot about the Roman Empire for no reason, for absolutely no reason. The same way you go through like phases where you're like, I'm going to deep dive into World War II, World War I, stuff like that. But as I haven't watched Gladiator, the first one, so.
What?
Since this is brand new information to you.
What?
Pompeii. Thank you. This is why I went to Naples. Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about it, man. I went through all the ruins. I love that shit. No, I have not seen Spartacus. I don't know. I'm less interested when men are fighting, you know? I like to know what happened, but for example, in the Colosseum, I did the tour of the Colosseum in the Foro Romano, and I was a lot more interested in the Roman Forum than I was in the Colosseum. I found that boring. I was like, cool, this is where there were games and people died. But the Roman Forum, there was history, there were houses, there was things in a city, and it was alive, even though it was dead. Anyway, you know what I mean? Am I alone on this? You're into it. You like Gladiator. You're into it. You're into the like, we are Sparta.
I don't know. I mean, the Spartan pedophiles kind of situation, you know? Let's train the young boys to fight and then fuck them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll watch. Yeah. This is, I'll watch it. I'm just not like stoked about it.
There's a lot of that.
Like, you know what trailer I cried at and I was absolutely stoked? Beetlejuice. Like, that's my Gladiator 2. When it came out, I cried. Because it just, I love it.
Some of the things, well, one of the things that, because I saw it on Twitter trending. I was like, oh, the trailer's out. So I go and I watch it, and I'm like, fuck Denzel. All right, cool. Bob, you know.
It's a thirst trap. Oh my God.
And then I'm like, all right, you got the I love Ridley Scott, I love Denzel, I love your boy here, Pascal. Yeah. And then
Chile.
Then there's hip hop, some Jay-Z songs in the trailer.
That was awesome. That was freaking awesome.
And then one of the main things that I saw were people were like, why is there rap in this trailer?
That's what they listened to back then. I'm sorry to break it to you.
But what is the appropriate music for what was the music in Roman Empire like?
I don't fucking know. Just
like marching music. Was there like
a
were they
drum.
singers? Were they like a cappella? Was there a choir?
But you're not also why does that matter? Like every movie trailer is gonna have a soundtrack that has nothing to do with the
Like
time.
if it had
Like,
been
what?
Welcome to the Jungle, like every other movie trailer, like
No one would have said
what would be the
anything.
difference? What would be the difference?
Yeah, I know.
Why does the fact that it's a Jay-Z song? Because the Jay-Z song mentions the Coliseum floor.
Coliseum. I was gonna say it says Coliseum.
It's got some references to the Empire.
Yeah.
So so what is the fucking big deal about what do you need? Does because there's nothing period piece about that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Whether it was rock, whether it was fucking a score, whether
I don't know why people are even focusing on that. Honestly, I didn't think twice. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, me neither. I watched it, but then people immediately like nitpick it, like, why does this have hip hop? Why does
the one nitpick that I saw, it was a meme that was something about like about how like the filmmakers don't allow like natural sunlight now. And there was there were two pictures like side by side of the first Gladiator and this one, and how it's like everything they soften sunlight. And I was like, that's a good point. Why do we do that nowadays? Have you seen that meme?
About sunlight?
Just literally natural sunlight, yeah, and how it changes a shot, and how nowadays it softens, so it makes for a different shot. I don't think I have a preference, but the natural sunlight looked pretty fucking cool. I'm like, yeah, why do we do that in editing? Why do we do that in post? I don't get it.
Clint Eastwood is, I think he's a filmmaker that uses only natural light.
Yeah, it looks badass. I think I enjoyed the natural one a little more, but
yeah.
Well, that was a good commentary. I didn't know what movie it was until you told me Gladiator. I was like, oh, that's the movie they were referring to.
So you haven't seen the first one, huh?
I haven't seen I'm sorry. I'm uncultured swine. Yeah. But I've seen Beetlejuice and I'm excited for the second one. Listen, if I had it my way, this would have been Beetlejuice 2 trailer because I'm stoked on
it. And then this is true. Make movies bright again, Dizzy.
Thank you. Yes.
And this all came to a culmination and TV shows have been doing these as well during Game of Thrones last season too.
Yeah, it was all so freaking dark and softened.
And then they're like, no, it's your TV. And it's like, no, you need to light some shit. There's a way to make shit look like it's dark, but still see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. I'm trying to find that.
Yes. I'm still gonna go see it. There was another trailer for the.
You're not?
I'm gonna go see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, literally, my thread was. Oh, here, I'll just pull it up because it was just funny. Here, this is Twitter for you. So the trailer is there, right? And then this person says, "This looks terrible. Rap music doesn't belong here. Why is Denzel acting like he's in Training Day? The story makes no sense to me. I'll give a pass to the costumes and set, but wow, didn't want it. Very disappointed."
It's a trailer.
Why is okay? Nobody. First of all,
I don't understand why people are hating.
Nobody spoke with a British accent in Roman empires either. But we forgive everybody for the period pieces where they all speak in English accents for no fucking reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing authentic about a movie set in Roman times with actors speaking like they were English. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I was like, rap music. Why is Denzel? Because he's Denzel. He can act like however the fuck he wants. I said I liked it, and I'm looking forward to it. Gonna give Ridley, the Pedros, and Denzel the benefit of the doubt. You're the one person on the entire site who thinks so. I was like, all right.
Oh my gosh. So Twitter's still lit then.
Yeah. Twitter's still Twitter, man. Twitter's still twittering. It's still happening over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I sent you the link, by the way, of the meme on Reddit.
Did you?
I did on the chat. Yes, sir.
Did you? Let's see what we got
Clicky.
here.
Clicky. It's nudes. Haha. Okay. See what I mean? See what I mean?
So you're saying?
Do you agree? Do you agree or disagree about softening sunlight?
So which one's softening? The one on the right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's the first side looks better. I mean, they're two different aesthetics, I guess.
Yeah. I think that when I look back at like that film or what's the one with Brad Pitt? Troy. Something about Troy. Yeah. Yeah, that they're correct though. There used to be a lot of natural sunlight, and I feel like now it's like not a lot of people mess with that. Anyway,
I don't know, man. I'd like to see the making ofs when it comes out to see. Should we tell the dude that it's just a still from a film and not the final color from the film itself? That's interesting.
yeah, Redditors went crazy, but I think it's because people are like ganging up on the movie and talking so much trash that it just seems defensive. But this is a point that I can give in. Okay, yes, natural sunlight is better in my opinion, but the other points that you're mentioning, they're stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think what you put on. I don't think the trailer music is the trailer editor is obviously sometimes not the same editor of the movie. The trailer editor is trying to do a very specific job, get people excited about the film, get a buzz going, and you add a Jay-Z song, and Denzel's in there. I think it's a choice.
Yeah.
And I don't have any problem with it.
I don't either. Forgiven. That's it.
Everybody is forgiven.
Yes. Everybody needs to calm down. Go watch the movie.
Go watch the movie.
Just go watch it. Shut up.
Just go away.
So many things in the world we could talk about other than just freaking song of a trailer. Jesus.
And you haven't watched a second of House of Dragon this year, right?
Not a lickety split. No, I don't have HBO Max, man. Tell them to put it on Netflix. How about that? Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Is it good? Thumbs up. Thumbs down. I read the story. I know how it ends.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's interesting to go over with you as a book reader because we both know the story.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's an interesting one. It's the Dance of Dragons.
It's a Shakespearean tragedy, I'll say.
It references. Oh yeah. Well, next week we'll talk House of Dragon.
I will be so silent.
Well, there's sites where you can go. Dizzy, are you on Reddit at all? Are you on the Free Folk Reddit? Because
do they spoil it there? Do they?
Well, Free Folk was where we would get all the back in the day where I would get all the spoilers for.
Oh, I know. My friend sent me there. What was that episode that was really dark and all the craziness happened with the White Walkers? That one. Oh, so good. I got it spoiled. It was good.
I think I sent that to you.
Was it you? It was you or Josh? One of the two. You were both were always.
Oh, okay. I got Max. Hey, there you go. There you go.
Hey, Bonzo. All right, I'm sold. He got me.
There you go. That was all it took.
That's all it took. Say less.
No, there's a Free Folk Reddit, Liz, where it's just the Game of. It was before. It's where before during Game of Thrones, they would have all those long lens shots of the sets and the videos. It's basically where people who were book readers who didn't give a fuck about spoilers would go talk about Game of Thrones as it was going. So it was unfortunately where I learned early on how the last season was going to end. And every episode I was like, oh God, hopefully those leaks are wrong. Hopefully the leaks are wrong. And then every single episode, like the leaks were right. And it was like, oh God.
I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
So bad. But
sometimes they would leak episodes early, and that was
sometimes
awesome.
it was where it was the best place to be during that time. It was a glorious time to be in the free
best
culture.
of times.
But for this show, there's basically the same in terms of leaks and stuff, but there's a lot of people that are just disappointed in, like they did Blood and Cheese or Wine and Cheese. Is it Blood and Cheese? Blood and whatever the little segment of the thing. Blood and Cheese, and people were mad at how they did it, what they changed about it, because the story of the Dance of Dragons is told from two narrator standpoint, which neither one of them is supposed to be 100% reliable. It's supposed to be a combination of the stories. It's kind of get an interpretation because they're two people telling the story that were there in various places. So I think what they're going for is like this is what actually happened. Not from the narrator standpoint. So they're making a lot of changes. As with every Game of Thrones adaptation, they're adding characters, combining characters, taking characters away, changing stuff. So it's interesting. There's still dragons though, so that's cool.
Dragons are cool.
You and Bonzo can max and chill.
Yep, let's max and chill. Wherever you may live, whatever state.
Max and chill.
I'll fly out.
You'll fly out.
I'll pay for the flight, but not for the max subscription.
That's working. That's work. That's not working smart, is it?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Listen.
Yeah,
listen, Linda. Anything else happening this week? Let's see.
Tabs.
Tobey Maguire was dating a 20-year-old, but his wife was defending him.
Oh, how old is he now? Like
49.
Oh, Jesus.
So there was a white party in the there was a white party, right? And
you mean black? Oh, white. What?
White party. Yeah, white party.
They were wearing black in the first one, and now they're wearing white. Okay.
So Toby's face there. He was seen leaving the party with this 20-year-old model, which why the fuck not? You're Tobey Maguire. You're fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No?
It is what it is.
49, 20. Let's not make that not a good thing anymore, all right? Let's people be.
Is it because you're getting there?
You're telling me if I become a successful filmmaker at 49, you're going to deny me 20-year-old white party models? Come on.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Make them great again.
Would you deny yourself? I mean, look at her.
No, yeah, she's hot. I don't know. Listen, I think go for it. I'll always go for it, and then people can judge you however they please.
Yeah,
because I think it's sad, but I also understand he's fucking Spider-Man. He's rich as fuck. He can get hot girls, okay? And this 20-year-old is probably very happy about it. So do it. You're both consenting adults. I don't care. Who cares? Now, do I think you're immature because you're not even waiting for a 21-year-old? You can't even drink legally. Now that's creepy. Like, yeah, I think you're a creep.
What if you don't like to drink?
Okay, so then a 12-year-old would be okay by that consensus.
No, Sophie.
Okay.
There's laws for a reason.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think anybody above 25.
But they don't apply to Spider-Man.
I think anybody above 25 going under 25 is just a bit creepy. However, it's not impossible that it's a beautiful love connection. Who am I to speak?
I mean, it just seems like celebrities can get away with it.
Yeah, 100%, because the pool, and that's the thing. Like, this is the reason why celebrity couples don't last, is because everyone has so many freaking options. The world wants to fuck all celebrities, Cher is dating like a fucking 12-year-old. I don't know. Like, how old is the kid? No, actually, wait, he's like 30. Never mind. See, that's what I mean. That's even less
She's
creepy.
like 70 something.
I know there's a huge difference, but above 25 is what I'm saying. Why do guys always go for like fetuses? Guys, I feel like always go for the most baby looking, like I'm gonna do 18, like 17 and a half and 3/4. Like y'all go really, really, really young. Whereas I'm like a solid 25-year-old is just as hot. You're telling me that there's a huge difference? Mentally there is, but physically, I'm like, there's really not. So I don't know why everyone just keeps going for the 19-year-olds. You know, like why?
No, because even if you're talking about like base fantasies, like most of the 25-year-olds that you're jerking off to are pretending to be 19-year-olds, right?
So then do that. Get a
Right.
young-looking 25-year-old. Like that's what I mean. I'm like,
I don't really hate. I don't know. Like I said, what I've always said is that as I look at our Instagram feed. Wait, where is this? What I've always said is that I think dating and hooking up are two different things.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's where I'll be like,
so I would say, like I said, I would never date a 19 or 20-year-old because I feel like that would make me look bad. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be a bad look for a person of my age because of the age discrepancy, power dynamics, all that stuff that's more in play these days.
Yeah.
But if there's a consenting 20-year-old that's hot and I'm a celebrity and she wants to fuck me, then I'm not going to deny myself that.
Yeah.
Because then you're going the other way. Then you're taking away their power by saying they're not allowed to want to fuck, daddy.
Oh God, I hate every second of this. I hate it all.
I mean,
no, and I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the only thing is like, even if it's like consenting adults or whatever, it's always less creepy to go for the slightly older one. If you got a 23-year-old and a 19-year-old, please go with the 23-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 49 and 20 is just, I don't know. It's just, okay. There's other hot models, I'm sure there. Like, why you got to go for the baby? Jesus.
But then that's the same question. It's like, at what age, it was 18 for the longest time. Listen, it was 15, 16 for the longest time.
Yeah.
And in South America, in other parts of Europe, it's still 15, 16.
It's all super subjective because technically, as soon as a girl gets period, she's good to go to have babies. So if we're talking like we're animals and you want to date as young as possible, then like hypothetically a 13, 14-year-old technically would be a good choice or whatever.
The libertarians out there are trying to bring that back again.
Yeah. So I think I think it's more of a subjective moral thing because you can totally have that and have, sort of a correct viewpoint in that, yeah, a woman can get pregnant at that point. It's more of a moral argument of when someone is mentally developed and how much the power dynamic is there. So it's subjective. I mean, to me, I find it cringe. To me, I think that you're mentally immature. Or there's not that there's anything wrong. I get it. A 20-year-old is hot. I can totally agree with you. I would fuck her. Like, that's amazing. She's hot, right? But would I also kind of feel icky about it? Absolutely. That's fucking weird. I don't know. Huh?
That washes off.
No, like, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
So
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's more of a moral question.
Let me give you a scenario then, all right?
Yeah.
So we win an Oscar 2 years from now, all right?
Uh-huh.
We meet on the Oscars red carpet. I have a 21-year-old supermodel on my arm.
Okay.
How are you silently judging me, or are you like, go Lou?
Neither. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, bro, fucking high five. I think that's weird. But I know you pretty like well, so I'd be like, yeah. That's happening.
Good for you. Do it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, hell yeah, bro. Like,
all right, okay, you wouldn't say that. All right. Yeah. Now, how you're hitting 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay. An 85-year-old dude is like, Sophia, I'm like super into you. Please come marry me. And you have no attraction to it, but he might keel over any day.
No, I mean,
what is worse? Me dating a 20-year-old or you dating an 85-year-old?
That's a moral question. I think both are abusive because an elder and a baby.
They both approached us. 20-year-old model approached me, says, you're a fucking director. I'm a model. I want to be on the red carpet with you. I want to give myself to you so that I can eat off your fame and I can, and this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the 85-year-old's like, I want to give you money and have you sit on my lap and change my diaper.
So it is exactly the same feeling. I like at my core, I'm getting the same feeling in that it's cringe. I'm not gonna high five it. Like Sharon, I think her man is like 30 as well. Like he's 30 something, and she's like how fucking ancient. And when I look at them, I also get the same feeling as freaking Spider-Man and this 20-year-old, where I'm like, it's not like a fuck yeah, she got a young one, or fuck yeah, you're getting that MILF money, you know? It's cringe. Because I'm just like, it's just weird. Like let's be honest, you would rather be with someone younger than like 90 something or however old she is. And Tobey Maguire, let's be honest, she would rather be with someone hotter, and probably like if she found someone that was hotter and had more money, she'd probably swing that way. So everyone's just dating for beneficial reasons,
right?
And they're both cringe because Cher is taking the bait, and in this case Tobey Maguire is also, so it's just cringe. I don't know. Both are equally cringe. I'm not like judging, like cool, go for you guys, I hope you're happy, but it's cringe.
Feels cringe to you?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't look good. Like next to each other, no. Like she should be fucking hot models. Like it doesn't look good on Tobey Maguire, but he's a celebrity and he can do that. It doesn't look good on Cher. She looks like his great grandmother, but she's a celebrity and she can do that. So it's like, all right, but it's cringe.
I mean, it's just like, is the juice worth the squeeze? So for me, it would be like, if say I'm 49 and I'm dating a 20-year-old model, and there's a lot of good that comes with that, being with a 20-year-old and just fucking having fun. And knowing that she'll be tired of you in a little while and move on to another rich dude, and you can just sort of not have any sort of commitments or strings. And for me, a lot of it is that, I find women my age very boring and annoying to me. And I'm a guy in my 40s that's in my second adulthood. So I act and I feel a lot younger than I actually am. So when I look at my dating apps and they're like trying to match me up with like 45-year-old women, and I'm just like, oh my God.
That's crazy, because like I find 20-year-olds boring.
No, I'm not trying to match with 20-year-olds. I'm like 27, 28 to 35. That's like I'm like half your age plus 7 years, right? So that makes the youngest that I can honestly really date right now would be like a 30-year-old. Maybe 28, 29, 27 is probably the lowest I would go.
See, we're getting to the above 25.
For me, absolutely.
That's my rule. I'm like,
for me to date and be in a relationship with, absolutely has to be above 25.
Yeah.
My range. To be in a relationship with them, to say this is my girlfriend, this is somebody that I'm with, she would have to be probably 27 and above. Right, for me, because I'm 46, and that's still 19 years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not an old 46. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. But like I said, I'm not going to deny the woman her independence. And if there's a 23-year-old that's like, I want you, and I'm just like, all right, yeah.
And that's why at the end of the day, when you ask me like the two scenarios, I'm like, at the end, yeah, do it. Like fucking do it. You're both grown adults, and you're doing yes. But does that stop me from cringing? Allow me to cringe a little, okay?
Yeah, you gotta cringe. No, yeah,
you gotta cringe. Let me cringe.
I know that you would secretly judge me if I showed up to the red carpet with a 22-year-old.
I'd be like, you do you, boo boo.
Yeah, but I was saying, for me, as long as it's a consent, I don't see a problem. But I do find where there's a big age. Yeah,
exactly. So thank you. Exactly. Thank you, Lizzie. That is exactly it. I'm like, I can find it weird, but you guys can also do it. You're both consenting adults.
Yeah,
have at it.
And like I said, things change, roles change, perceptions change. And like I said, there's countries in South America, Mexico, Colombia, other places where, even families, mothers and fathers will see a 35, 40-year-old man and be like, here, meet my 16-year-old daughter. She's, you know what I'm saying? And it's completely fine in some cultures to this day. And then there's also people who are like, oh, my grandfather was 32. My grandma was 16. He stole her from Mexico, took her to fucking LA, and they've lived happily ever after. And, or
is it like he raped her multiple times? They had 10 babies and Stockholm syndrome.
And then but in that time, she was like 100% in love with the guy, right? We don't know. We don't know. Can we ask Grandma, were you in love with him, or did he kidnap you?
Yeah.
And then people, your grandfather is a pedophile. Your
Yeah.
grandfather is a groomer, rapist, pedophile, and you should go smack him and throw away his war medals. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think society used to be okay with all of that, because women were objects.
We learn more. We learn.
We learn.
All I'm saying is, don't give me no dirty looks on the red carpet if you see me with a twin.
No, I'll smile, but let me silently judge. Let me silently
I know.
cringe.
All
I
right,
have the right to cringe, damn it.
All right. Well, plot twist. So even though this picture is
I
incriminating,
will say this though. I will say this before we move on. He's looking good. Like, look, he's working out. Good for him.
yeah, he's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he was ugly when he was younger. I don't know. He looks a little more muscular.
She's a piece of ass. I'm just gonna say that. Go for you, Spider-Man. Even
She's
if
a
he
model,
was
of
just
course.
walking her to the car. So basically, the reason that this became an issue is because apparently there's a plot twist in that Tobey Maguire's ex-wife Jennifer Myers slams rumors the actor 49 is dating a 20-year-old Lily Shee. So basically, he was seen exiting Michael Rubin's white party together on 4th of July. An Instagram troll asked Meyer 47 why Maguire was banging someone 3 years older than their daughter. That's another thing.
See, that's so cringe. Oh God.
So basically, somebody asked her like, "Hey, why is your husband banging somebody that's 3 years older than your daughter?" I guess his daughter's 17. And she responded on Instagram, "I don't usually respond to such nonsense, but he was kindly helping a friend to her car, being a good guy, and now he has blasted online for dating someone he is not. But thank you for your rude comment. I hope it made you feel better." And then she also said,
What?
"Toby is as good a guy as it gets."
So we're just talking about nothing here. He was just walking, or is that probably like her defending him? I don't know.
No, so that was the plot twist is that apparently he's not dating her. His ex-wife went on Instagram to defend him.
Yeah.
But then
Damn.
obviously if my he was in the
The Leo DiCaprio. Yeah, Lizzie. Yeah.
what are they called? What was her name? The something.
He's in Leo DiCaprio's group of friends, all a bunch of fuckboys. Yeah, I mean, you are who you hang out with, right? So I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen.
At this point, I feel like just own it and allow people to cringe, but just
I
own
feel
it.
like if I was married and there's a picture of me going outside with a 20-year-old model after a white party and I'm Spider-Man and my wife's like, "What the fuck is this picture?" I'd be like, "Listen, I'm just walking her to her car."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing you say if you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then your wife comes in and defends you, and then you still get to bang the 20-year-old and all's right with the world.
Yeah. Or plot twist, she's in on it. They have threesomes all the time. It's craziness. And she's just trying to redirect the conversation. Sorry. But, just spicing it up a little more.
Spider-Man's bringing a 20-year-old home for his wife? Ooh.
Who's to say,
What's the wife?
Old couples get bored. All right.
No, they're divorced, so I mean, good for her.
Oh, then why are you calling her the wife? Never mind. Then
His
ex-wife.
Ex-wife. That's why. Yeah.
Oh.
I just think it's interesting that she went on to defend him, like on Instagram, like.
Yeah, she didn't have to do all that.
She let Toby be. Let Toby go get his.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Nothing's happening. It's all happening. Everything's happening.
Nothing and everything.
Nothing and everything.
Yeah, cheeseman, man.
Hey, listen,
Well-
I just thought it was an interesting idea that was happening there.
Yeah. I mean, it's equivalent to like the pool boy thing. It's like,
What about the pool boy?
older woman fucking a younger man. You're like, yeah, but also,
Listen, and Nicole Smith did it. A lot of people did it.
Yeah. And you know what? Who knows? You might do it. I might do it. Who's to say? But everyone's allowed to cringe.
Everyone, listen, man. We're not yucking people's yum as long as it's legal, as long as it's consenting
Consensual.
adult. And like I said, for me, there's a big difference between dating and manipulating somebody and just spending time with people. Because
Agreed.
in that sort of relationship, you're both getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they were dating, she gets to go on red carpet, she gets notoriety.
It's
her clout goes
transactional.
up, It's transactional.
Yeah. And also you never know because in even perfect looking couples, like the beautiful, white, blonde, blue-eyed couples in Instagram and everything, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors either. So You don't know if there's
Sometimes
manipulation,
it's murder.
violence, murder, bloody anniversaries.
Sometimes there's a evil Rubik's Cube that the Gimp
Yeah,
is.
that darn Rubik's Cube, man, every time. Anyway, yeah. So
All
that's
right.
caso cerrado.
That's all I have time for this week. I'm all out of energy for talking about the world and crazy people having sex with 20-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, no more tabs? Are you?
No, I didn't have any. I didn't really have a lot of tabs.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean,
Well,
I had the thing about Gladiator. Let me see if I had anything else here that's left over. I had some other stuff.
Well,
I had-
Biden did that interview that was so fucking crazy. He was like, I was the goodest.
Oh my god.
Oh, we don't have the energy to talk, but just the fact that, oh my god, he's in cognitive decline and he turned into Trump. It's quite fascinating because now he's like, I'm the goodest, man. Who's gonna help? NATO no one can do it like me.
I
and I'm
defeated
the best.
Medicare.
Yeah, and I'm kind of enjoying it because I'm like, that's exactly what Trump is, but for the right. So kind of loving it a little. He's just like, I'm not stepping down.
Listen, okay.
Only God can tell me to. And I'm like, yes.
Scariest goddamn thing that I saw today was they released a poll that said that if they replaced Biden with Hillary fucking Clinton,
no,
that they could beat Trump.
Well, here's the thing. I believe that whoever they replace him with, I think could win. I do. I think
we do need to do a deep dive at some point on the Project 2025 stuff that's out there, because there is a lot of shit out there. Because where it stands right now, listen, Conspiracy Lou is saying this is just the powers that be saying, all right, we got 4 years, you get 4 years, we get 4 years, you get 4 years. But if we're talking about the reality of another right-wing president being able to name 2 more Supreme Court judges,
at that point we're living in a freaking dictatorship. Like there's no...
at that point it's and judge appointments, DOJ appointments, the down vote at losing the House and the Senate. That's fucking scary as fuck. Like marriage equality gone. Contraception, in vitro ban, transgender rights rolled back, out of the military. He literally said, have immigrants fight for sport, like immigration detention camps, and have a sport where immigrants are fighting each other for like citizenship or something.
Jesus.
Detention camps, mass deportations.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and the Democrats are banking on people being so scared of that they're going to vote for the decrepit crypt keeper.
Well, that's what I mean by, because people are scared of that. So, you know, I'll never get over what they did to Bernie. So,
you and I both, sister.
Yeah.
They did our boy dirty, and
paying
the consequences.
And it's kind of funny, at least for a brief moment in time, to see that they're paying the consequences, and they're trying to get this senile man out of office, and he's just like, I'll know I did the best job, and only God can tell me.
Who would lose worse? Would Biden lose worse, or would like a Clinton, a Kamala Hillary ticket get worse?
I don't know, because I think that people right now are so desperate that they might vote for whoever's on the ticket. I really do think that even Hillary Clinton can probably make it through.
I mean, I know he's also a fucking neocon and just a fucking
because at the end of the day, Biden is just as bad. Like, he's not as bad as Trump,
horrible.
but
He's horrible.
But he's horrible.
He's trying to outright the right.
I loved today. I saw this interview where he literally said, like, "Oh, the elites are against me now and they're trying to get me out, but I'm not going to give in to the elites." Like, same talking points as Trump, right? But I just thought it was so funny because the elites are who got you there, bro. Like, you do what the elites tell you. And this is the first time that he's standing up for himself. And he's like, I'm not going to follow what they say. But those are your bosses. That's who when Bernie was winning and he was about to win the primary. Suddenly, all the elites got together, and everyone dropped out, came together, and coalesced and just said, support Biden. Support Biden. Biden's the guy, not Bernie. Biden's the guy.
Or with Hillary with the fucking super delegates.
Yeah, and it works. And
guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? You know you're ahead, Bernie, but guess what? We just came up with this thing. Super delegates.
Yeah.
They're worth more than your delegates.
And the thing is, I hate it, but we do live in a fucking capitalistic oligarchy, so they will win. They have the money and the power. And for this brief moment in time, I am enjoying Biden just being like, fuck the elites. No one's going to because he's going to get out. Like, let's be honest. He's going to do whatever their bidding is. And if they want him out, he'll get out.
Listen,
but he's putting up a fight on camera. He's like calling into CNN. Like, it's amazing.
How good must it be to be fucking president? Like, you're 80-something fucking years old. Just go to Delaware and relax. Ride the train.
I think it's just the power. Because, yeah, I was talking about that with my dad, and I'm just like, I would have been retired at 60, you know? Like, with that amount of money, like, it's not that good to be president. But I think it's just the power and his little senile brain.
The power just feels great.
Yeah, it just feels amazing that he's like, I'm not doing what the elites are saying. It's amazing. So I'm just enjoying that. But he is going to get out, I have a feeling. Because at the end of the day, money talks in this fucking country.
All right. So we're July 9th.
Huh?
July 9th, right? August, September, October, November. 4 months from now.
Uh-huh.
Election is going to be over.
Yeah.
What are we going to be talking about on a Tuesday?
Probably elections, yeah.
But are we talking about, I can't believe this old man pulled it off. I can't believe Gavin Newsom is our new president.
Yeah.
Hillary came out of the fucking closet with her hot sauce.
Yeah. I don't know. I think in any other time frame, I would have said Trump might win or Biden would stay. But since other countries are doing the opposite, like France just elected like a far left candidate after having a centrist. And it's because everyone is so fucking frustrated. In Mexico, you got the most left, and it's a woman president. I think if all those things weren't happening in parallel, yeah, and then England. So
working party, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think if all those things weren't happening in parallel, I wouldn't say this. But I have a feeling it's going to be a younger man, maybe Gavin Newsom, who knows, and that they are going to win. Because at this point, it's whoever. They just have to be younger.
So you think if they keep Biden on the ticket, they lose? Or do you?
Yeah.
Or I mean, there's still a lot of single issue voters that are abortion voters. There's
yeah, exactly. That's what makes me
white middle class women are oftentimes single.
That's what makes me second guess because there's people that believe like I will vote for Biden's a dead body over Trump, and so those people are obviously still going to do it. It's more so the people that are swayable to like, well, he can't even think straight, so I'm going to go with Trump. But how many people are like that? You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But when they sit there and they're like, but what does voting for Trump mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, God.
Yeah. So
it's definitely going to be a lot of shit, a lot of sucking.
Yeah.
They're on the side where all the Nazis are voting.
I think that Biden is going to get replaced by a younger man and they're going to win, whoever it is.
Before or after the convention? It's got to be before, right? It's got to be now. It's got to be in the next 2
to
3 weeks.
Yeah, it has to be now. Yeah.
It's got to be in the next
and
2 to 3 weeks.
And they're already talking to him. He like went frantically did 2 interviews in like the scope of like 3 days and like just showed off to be crazier than he actually is. So it's gonna happen in the next week or 2. It has to.
You gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it go, Joe. It's Jover.
It's Jover.
It's Jover, baby.
And you know what's funny is I heard that the AOC and someone else from the squad were supporting Joe Biden, and I can't help but to think if they're supporting him because they're enjoying it as much as I am. I'm really enjoying this like nutty Joe that is standing up against the elites because those are his boss. That's your boss, and you're over here like, no, the elites are trying to get me out. Like, yes, they got you in.
You know who I blame is whoever the director of that CNN debate was, because they could have just cut to a full shot of Trump after they first caught him doing grandpa
Yeah.
face, like
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they could have done a lot more. Oh my
like
god.
let's say you're Trump and you're talking and I'm Biden going.
Yeah, yeah. No, I meant just staring off in the distance. Yeah.
Wait, I gotta look at you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. See.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Sophia lies. She lies.
She lies.
I'm the one that hates the immigrants more than anybody.
He can't talk. I mean, it's in the next couple weeks. Mark my words.
Are you all right? So your prediction? I don't know, man. I'm so scared that they're just getting line. Because but everything you see, the party people are just like, I'm supporting them until he's not our candidate. I'm supporting them until anything else. Yeah, and their staff is against them. The donors are against them. That money dries up.
Yeah, I will be voting for Marianne Williamson. So, but I'm in California, so everyone, please vote Joe Biden or whoever you fucking want.
God damn, it's so cringe. It's talk about cringe.
Yeah,
it's so fucking depressing to say vote blue no matter what.
Yeah, it's freaking it's terrible. Like we really need
dirty.
we need ranked choice voting.
Feels
Okay,
so dirty.
I know.
The literal lesser of two evils, and they're both basically just shit.
And I hate it because we're such a big country. Like if we could all just like come together and vote for like a third party person, that'd be cool. But
listen, South Park got it right all those years ago when they said every election is a giant douche versus a turd sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump is a giant douche, and anybody that if it's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, that's your turd sandwich right there. Would you be more excited about? I mean, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like I said, he's a neocon politician.
Yeah, like, it's all.
He's a hypocrite. He's a fucking.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be more. I'm excited to just continue this shitstorm and have as many Democratic votes in there. So the thing is, the elites do run it. It's the DNC. It's not one person. So whoever they choose to be their figurehead, I don't care because it's not them who's making the rules, Yeah.
So but anyway.
Yeah.
This has been what do we call this? Hellscape Watch.
Yep. Jesus. It's just,
Jesus. It's so horrible, man. It's like, oh, I feel so dirty.
I know. You know what? Let's just keep it on the local government. Todd Gloria, what do you think about him? He's a lovely man, isn't he?
Vote for who do you have for her? What is the water board?
Waterboard?
I don't know. Local water board elections, school elections, shit like that.
Yeah, vote local. Focus on that, guys.
Focus on local.
Those make changes.
Listen, when in doubt, just put the fix in. I mean, if the 2020 election was fixed, fix this one.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to do, just count the votes right. And I don't know. The only other thing is, well, if they push him out, does Kamala demand to be at the top of the ticket?
She could, but she also follows what the DNC says. So if they say no, not you, then it's not her. The minute they said drop out and support Biden, she did. And she was leading, I think above Biden, right? It was like Bernie. No, maybe she was just like below. She was breaking it. It was her, Biden, and Bernie. And Bernie was like beating everyone out. And so they were like, fucking drop out, support him. And you'll fucking be
Elizabeth
VP.
Warren, Pete, everybody.
Oh yeah, Elizabeth Warren, Pete Buttigieg, like everyone was just breaking that side. That
Elizabeth
vote.
Was the one that fucking that was the edge.
Was that the one or was it Kamala? It was that one because Kamala dropped out earlier. Yeah, what am I saying? It was Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Warren because she had some points.
Oh, you're right. That was the knife in the back. I think I went off freaking ran on Instagram.
She was the closest to Bernie in politics, and she ate it. She ate the food.
I hate it. It all happened in one day. I remember vividly. I was so mad.
Just because
I hadn't felt a single fucking drop of hope ever since that day.
They disenfranchised us twice, every 4 years apart.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can forgive 2016 because we didn't really have a shot in hell there. Like the polls were just not in our favor. But the one after that, Bernie was leading, killing it.
Yep.
Anyway, whatever.
Oh well. Anyway,
Boomers will die. Gen Z will be disenfranchised, and hopefully they're mad enough to vote for not the right, but the left. So we'll see.
think so.
I hope so, but people can get radicalized either right or left. So if Gen Z gets radicalized right, then Trump is back. If Gen Z gets radicalized left, then we have a chance to get somebody like Bernie in and AOC, you know, somebody else. But that's going to be what, like another generation? Not another generation, but another what, like election? Not this one, the next one. More boomers need to die. How about that?
Taylor Swift, where are you?
Yeah, for real. Tell your minions to help. They can all vote now. Anyway, yeah, that's what we need.
All right. Well, that's enough for us for today.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. We're depressed enough.
Yeah.
We've reached the part of the time where we have good discussions, interesting discussions, and then we make ourselves cry.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for everybody that tuned in over on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for our guest, Scott, Bloody Valentine, Bloody, Bloody Insurrection, Bloody... she could win with all her fans. Listen, we're going to talk about it with you next week. How about that, Lizzie?
Vote for Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Swifty. Hey, but put Swifty at the top of the ticket. Why not?
Let's go. I'll vote for her.
We'll talk about that. We'll have a pop culture check-in with Liz next week. More Mi Gente show. We'll have our Patreon page up next week for you guys that want to help us out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is happening. All good things. Thank you guys for hanging with us tonight. We'll be back live, hopefully.
Yeah. We'll do better next time. Hasta luego.
Peace out.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo! ¡Wow!
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. Es tu primera palabra.